Our ECZARTI event is starting today, October 28th, and it will be continuing with us on October 29 and October 30. Today is our first day together. Actually, I'll be introducing myself at first. I'm Joanna El Masri, a second-year pharmacy student at Estin University, and I'm studying it in English. Also, I'm a part of ISUPA. I'm a member at ISUPA team, and also I'm responsible for the international relationships. I'll be today a moderator for this event. And I would like to welcome you again. We have so much students from different countries and from different universities in Turkey. So we are having from Marmara, Ankara, Istanbul, Gelişim, Sağlık Bilimler, Acıbadem, and of course our students from Estin University. You are all welcome to this event. And also a special thanks for my friends from Lebanon, from AUB and from LIU universities. And also we have a student from the United Arab Emirates. Yes, so all of you are welcome to this event. And please keep your microphones closed until the session ends. So at the end, you can ask your questions by opening the microphones, or you can send us your questions through the chat box, since it's opened, I think. And yes. So before starting, I would like just to give some information about the club, the ISUPA club, and how the ECZARTI events had started. So first of all, the ISUPA is meant by Estin University Pharmaceutical Association, and it was formed by the Estin University Faculty of Pharmacy student in 2017-2018 year. And also ISUPA makes so many contributions to the society, and some of them are to contribute to the development of the pharmacy profession in Turkey and through the world in general. Also to make useful and innovative contributions to health world and social life. Also supporting students to prepare for future world, and it aims to work for the development of professional and social skills. Actually, ISUPA has 10 commissions, and I would advise our students to be one of members of these commissions. We are having the Social Media Commission, Press Release Commission, International Communication Commission, which I'm actually a part of right now, and also the Project Education Commission, Scientific Activity Commission, Social Activity Commission, Social Responsibility Commission, Information Technology Commission, Fundraising Commission, and at last the Graphic Design Commission. These are our commissions at ISUPA, and it has special members. You can contact Dilara or Sana to have more information about that. Actually, how did ECZARTI activity started? As pharmacy students, we are aware of the importance of having knowledge in different fields and in several fields, in addition to the professional training we receive. We have prepared a concept that we will realize every month in order to increase the awareness of our friends from every department and every universities, and also from different countries. We aim to bring together competent speakers and students on career, volunteering, technology, and international opportunities. On this path, we set out with the name of ECZARTI. The full range of activities we have organized for students to determine the right career path by getting to know themselves, to master some concepts, such as the concepts that we will be talking about in this event. These 3 days, we will be talking about the volunteering concept, the career and abroad opportunities, and the literacy concepts. Actually, now we can start officially our event with our first professional today, and the leader of the Muslim Scout Association in Lebanon that I was a part of a few years ago. Hamza El Sheikh, welcome. And he will be talking about the module with the title of Volunteering is Not a Waste of Time. Yes, hello, Hamza.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
How are you? I'm fine. I'm so glad for having you today. I just want to tell you that everyone, this Hamza El Sheikh is really a special person, and I'm really so glad for having him tonight. And I think that all of us are really curious about the topic. And so go ahead, you can start.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I will
Thank you.
stop
First of
sharing.
all, you can all hear my voice, right? Is my
Yeah,
voice clear?
yes.
Okay. Um, can I share my screen?
Yes. You are a
Okay.
host, I think.
Yes, I made you a co-host so you can share it.
Okay, just a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Now?
It's coming, I
Yes.
guess. Yes,
Okay,
now we
yeah.
can see it.
Okay, so hello again. I'm Hamza. Joanna already introduced me. I will be trying to convince you that volunteering is not a waste of time. Hopefully, by the end of my session, you will be convinced. So first of all, I'm Hamza again. I'm Lebanese. I've been in the Scout movement since 2004. I was the public relations manager of a Code for Life initiative in 2015. We were basically educating children about the effects of using ADHD medications to help them focus and to help them get better grades at school. I lived in Eskişehir in Turkey for 2 years after school. I was in Anadolu University. I dropped out to join the American University of Beirut, where I'm a senior now, studying computer science and minoring in economics. I'm a member of various clubs there and also the co-founder of the Competitive Programming Society in the department. So, yeah. First, I would just like, if you can in the chat, tell me if any of you heard of the Beirut explosion, really quick. Okay. Oh, most of you did. Great. Okay, for the people who didn't, the Beirut explosion was in August 4th of this year. A lot of people died. We had a lot of victims. A lot of people got displaced and injured. And what you will think of at the first time is this picture. You will see the fire, the big pink mushroom smoke all over the city, all the destruction. The first thing I want to tell you that was not a mistake. My government did this. I'm going to send you a link for you to watch and learn more about the subject, but that's not our interest here. My interest here is what happened after the explosion. After the explosion, thousands of people from all over Lebanon and the world rushed to the streets and started helping the people in need. Scouts, volunteers, people from everywhere uh, went to the streets, started cleaning, starting helping all the people in the houses, all the people on the streets, so that they can mitigate what happened in the explosion. It was not. It was because of these volunteers that these people, the victims of the explosion, had a better experience after that. So people would have suffered much more without the help of all the volunteers who rushed and worked near the blast site for weeks. Some of you might think that, okay, so what is it for me? What is it for me staying for 2 weeks in the streets helping people? I know that most of us are university students. We are thinking of our careers, we are thinking of our goals and ambitions, and I'm pretty sure that none of us want to work as cleaners in the street. We want to have careers other than that. What I'm trying to convince you here is that first, I want to ask, do you know the person on the left? Again, in the chat. Thank you, Mina. Okay, this person is Neil Armstrong. Yeah, the first human who ever put land on the moon. And again, this guy, is it Bill Gates? Yeah, he's the founder of Microsoft. He was, yes, Bill Gates. He was the founder of Microsoft and was the richest person on earth for a couple of years. And this guy, do you know him? Sorry, I'm lagging in the chat, so I won't be looking on the chat much. Again. Okay, the third person is Bear Grylls. So what do we have in common with these three guys? They were all in the Scouts. All of them were volunteers, and I'm pretty sure that they reached what they did by volunteering and with the help of the experiences they had while volunteering. So what are these experiences? So why isn't volunteering a waste of time? First, you're going to gain valuable work experience. You will build your personal and professional connections, you will build your skills, and you would know what you want. Starting by that, you will gain valuable work experience. We all know this loop. You want a job, they ask you for experience. They need experience for the job, and you can't get the job without experience. What would you do? You will be in this endless loop forever. Easy. Just join a volunteering NGO. You will learn real life experiences. We know how hard it is to get a job. Heck, it's even hard to get an internship. With the volunteering experiences you will have the experience you need to get the job that you want. What volunteering offers is a place to get this experience while overcoming the job experience loop that we're having. Some of you might ask, like, how would being in an NGO help me get? I'll assume that most of you are pharmacy students. I guess it's safe to make this assumption. So some of you might ask, like, what work experience will I get while being in an NGO? It's simple, just join an NGO in your field. Join ISUPA. I'm not getting paid for the sponsorship. But really, these guys are really professional. Join an NGO in your field and you will learn a lot of the skills and experiences you need to get a job in the field that you want. And that takes us to the second point. Build personal and professional connections. Through these NGOs, you will get to meet new people, and these people might be the key to future opportunities. I have a story for you guys. A year ago, a friend of mine in Scouts just called me and asked me for help. He had a friend who was a dentist that needed help in his data, securing his data. And I was the one who did that. I get paid in the end, I get a job, experience, and I can put that in my CV. Without being in an NGO, without being in the volunteering experience and meeting new people, I would have never ever had this opportunity. Some of you might ask, like, okay, hold on, dude. You can meet people all over the place. You can meet people everywhere. Why should I join an NGO and be a volunteer in order to do that? Well, being in an NGO or being a volunteer will get you exposed to the right people. You will be in the field you want to work in later on in your life, and you will be showcasing your skills. Like meeting new people randomly, you will not show them the skills that you know. They will not see how like dedicated you are. They will not see the hard work or the skills that you have. Being in a volunteering position will let people see the real you, or the you that would be good for a job offer or whatnot, even if not professionally. Knowing more people will be beneficial to you personally. You will learn more about cultures. You will be well-rounded. You will be comfortable sharing ideas. Um, like I'm pretty sure that for this event to happen, the guys worked tons of hours just to make this thing happen. They had a lot of meetings. They had a lot of emails going back and forth between these guys, and all this experience would really help them later on in their lives. And with that being said, uh, volunteering will get you to build your skills. So again, some of you might ask, like, if I'm going into pharmacy or whatever domain you're going to, what skills will be beneficial for me if I'm in an NGO, or if I'm giving my time to volunteering? Wouldn't it be better just focus on my grades and focus on the curricular stuff in university, get my grades done, get my I don't know, internship ready and whatnot? Well, there are universal skills like communication, management, leadership. These things are you're going to use these skills no matter what field you are in. And volunteering will give you the opportunity to not only build these skills, but to use them in real life. Think of managing a group of people. Um, while volunteering, there's no way that you might not manage people while volunteering or being a team lead in a group of people or whatever. Also communication, like these emails that I talked about a while ago, the stuff you would the need for communication between all the people in the volunteering experiences or in the NGO, that would really help you in building those skills to get the job that you want later on. And in the end, volunteering will really help you know what you want. Volunteering will give you the space to try new things. For example, a year ago, Lebanon has started an economic collapse. A lot of people are getting poorer and poorer every day. Our currency is devaluing also every day. And for that, scouts had to take initiative and start giving aid for the people in need and for the families in need. And for that, they needed to build a database so that all these families and all these people that in need get the support that they want. So being a computer scientist and being a volunteer in Scouts, I had the opportunity to learn and build that website. And by that, I knew that I really wanted to build database. I really wanted to build databases in my life. This experience helped me know that what I really wanted to do. Moreover, you can get into new fields. Say, per se, like you're interested in the environment, maybe. You might just join an NGO that is working for the environment and know if you really want to do that or not. Join, I don't know, like a super again, and know if you really want to be a pharmacist or not. These experiences will get you exposed to the real you. As well, like you might be fantasizing on the idea of success, not the real thing. Take, for example, like, I don't know, for me, the idea of success is someone in Silicon Valley building a startup, getting millions of dollars and whatnot. Well, if I'm not in the startup, I would always think that this is what success really means. Well, if you look on the other side, this person might like be stressed all the time. He might not see his family, his friends. He might be working for, I don't know, 20 hours out of 24. I don't know if that's even possible, but what the heck? So being in a situation, being in the NGO, you will really see what it's really like to be a pharmacist, an entrepreneur, a social worker, an accountant, whatever. You would really know if you really like to be in that position or not. And all of that is being done without the expense of spending your career in that, or getting an undergrad for that, or working a couple of years to know that you didn't want to be an accountant or you didn't want to be a pharmacist. Being in the NGO would really help you know what you really want because of the experiences you'll have. And in the end, it's really not about the personal returns. I know by now that you know how much beneficial it is to be volunteering and to be a volunteer, but it's really about changing the world. It's really about the happiness you'd see in people's faces after an event. It's really about not expecting anything in return from the people you're helping or from the community you are in. So what can you volunteer in? I know that most of my session is broad and general, but really it's not that complicated. Just see what you're interested in and join scouts. The United Nations have a lot of volunteering opportunities. I know Isaac, any university club you have, you can join it. And for that, like last year, as I told you that we are passing through an economic collapse, and a lot of students didn't have the money to buy new books. And I wasn't in a club, but there was just someone posting on Facebook that he has this initiative that he wants to help students exchange books. And I just messaged him and tell him like, yeah, I'm interested, let's do that. And we ended up helping a lot of students get these books. And it's really fulfilling to see that a lot of these students are now like using these books and studying without the burden of using, I don't know, PDFs or whatever. For people in technology, you can go for open source projects. Heck, you can even start your own social startup. Don't overcomplicate stuff. Just find something you are interested in and join the people that are working in the field. You will really learn a lot. Some of you might even think of the skills you need for volunteering. Just come as you are. You will learn along the way. Whatever skills you have, I know most people in NGOs, in clubs are really friendly. They are really welcoming. You will start working on stuff that you can maybe only send emails or send messages to people, and then learn during the projects and events you're working on. Really, you don't need to be like, I don't know, a rocket scientist to join these guys. Just join, and you'll learn along the way. So thank you everybody for listening. I know these are tiring times, and I'm really grateful that you're giving me all this time and listening to what I need to say. I think we can start with the Q&A now.
Yes, Hamza, thank you so much for this presentation. It's really so interesting. Many of the students, like Tala Jammo, is saying that she is convinced already. So some students are really convinced in the idea of volunteering. I advise all the students to do volunteering because it's really a nice social work. We have some questions from the students who wrote them in the form.
I think it's lagging. I'm not sure if it's from my side or yours, guys.
Is my voice clear, Dilara, Sana?
It's clear for me. I didn't have any lags, but
Yeah, I think Hamza's.
Okay, it's from my side.
Okay, anyways, I'll start again asking you the questions that were written on the forms you filled, guys. From Zainab Al Ghazi, we are having a questions. What are the skills needed to be a good volunteer?
I'm not sure. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you, Hamza.
Okay. So as I said in the last slide, there are no skills needed to be a good volunteer, but mainly being a volunteer will require you to be dedicated, to give time and effort to whatever project you are working on. And I think that is really enough of a skill to get into volunteering.
Okay, also from Zainab Al Ghazi, we are having another question. What are the mistakes that most volunteers do while being in social work?
I would say that um, not being in the not giving initiative, not being in the thing, not putting the enough effort it needs. Maybe like this, I don't know, the idea they have, the small idea they have and want to execute, not executing that, not meeting enough people, not trying to be like, not being friendly with all the people, and not thinking of the end goal and end mission for being in volunteering, and only thinking of the small steps they are going through or the burdens they are going through. If you think of the ultimate mission you are working on and put the right effort, I don't think you would like have any issue or problems through your journey.
Okay, also from Iman Abdullah, we are having a question. What are the classifications of the fields of volunteering? Should I repeat the question?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I like.
Okay. We are having a question from Iman Abdullah. What are the classification of the fields of volunteering?
Okay. For these classifications, I would suggest that you don't think of classifying volunteering as fields, rather than thinking of what field I want to volunteer in. Per se, like think of pharmacy, business, technology, I don't know, law, medicine, being a doctor or whatnot. Like think of the field you want to work in and just be a volunteer there. Join an NGO that is working in that field. You can't classify the volunteering experiences. Most of them are the same. You would be working with a team on a project, on an event, or something like that. Just pick the field that you are the most comfortable with, or that you tend to like or want to work in the future.
Great. Also from Ahmad Kuptan, we are having a question. What is your interest in volunteering?
I'm not sure I got the question.
I think he meant like
Is he
why.
still here?
I don't know if Ahmad
Like
is
my
around.
motivation for volunteering, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so as the presentation shows, there are like two sides for being a volunteer. Like the first side, you would be building your personal skills. I guess he replied.
Yes, he says yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, so as I said in the presentation, there are two things to focus on while being a volunteer, and I think both of them are my motivation for that. First, all the personal skills you are gaining while being a volunteer, or the people, the connections, all these experiences that you get when you be a volunteer are really important, and is a motivation for me to be in the field. Moreover, the ultimate goal or the mission of being a volunteer is helping others, and that is priceless. Being in a position where you have the chance and the time to give for other people and help them, that's really priceless. So both of these are my motivation.
Mhm. Nice. Also from the chat box, we are getting some questions. From Noor, we are having, how can I find the best volunteer opportunity for me?
Okay, so first, Noor, think of what field you wanna end up with. Like what field, what career you wanna work in. If you're not sure about that, just join whatever community or whatever NGO you feel are doing the most impact. Like if you're not interested in, I don't know, if you're not like being an example for that is being in scouts. I know I'm biased for scouts, just bear with me. Being in scouts, like, it's not there's no specific field for being a scout. You would be working with a lot of NGOs in a lot of fields. So knowing that scouts have a real impact in the real world is enough for me to be there. If you're not sure of the field you want to work in, if you're interested in being a pharmacist, join a SUPA. If interested in being an accountant, I don't know, join, like, there's definitely a community for accountants doing, I don't know, volunteer work for maybe other NGOs, helping them in their accounting or these stuff. So again, choose a field you're interested in. If not, choose the NGO that's doing the most impact in the real world.
Okay, guys, you can open your microphones now if there is any question you would like to ask, or you can write on the chat box. We are still getting some questions if you want.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, we hear you.
Oh, so hi.
Yes.
So thanks for the presentation, Hamza. You mentioned joining open source projects. So would it be possible to elaborate on that? Like, what are some examples on, like, how can we be involved, especially if we aren't too experienced in coding? Like, so what can we do to develop ourselves in this field?
Okay. So Mustafa, first of all, thank you for your question. I'll give you two advices for that. First, there is the Google Summer. I guess it's called Google Summer or Coding Summer or something like that, where you can join any NGO working on any open source project. But you need to have more coding experience for that. If you don't have enough coding experience to join such a program, I would recommend you to just choose whatever open source project you have and start reading the documentation, start reading the code of others. You might find bugs related to, I don't know, maybe like they have different namings of variables. They have English mistakes, stuff like that. Maybe you can make the code more readable. These kind of stuff you can solve in this open source project doesn't need a lot of coding experience. Rather, they just need a bit more time and attention. And yeah, I guess that's it. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Also from the chat box, from the same student Noor, she is also asking, how can I get the most from volunteering, career skills and experiment?
Can you repeat the question, please?
She says, how can I get the most from volunteering? I think she meant, how can I get more experiment and career skills through volunteering?
Okay. So Noor, just take initiative. Again, Noor, thank you for all your questions. Just try, like, take initiative. If you have something you're interested in or you have an idea, just pass it through. Don't be afraid of not doing that idea or not experimenting with the ideas you have. If you know other people that are working on projects, just ask them to join. Don't be shy. Most of the people are more friendly than you might think. Ask those people to join their projects and you will learn a lot. And don't expect other people to wait for, like, ask you to join their projects, initiatives or whatnot. Just take initiative and ask people to join and give all the support and help you can in the project at hand.
From Marwa Hadi, she says, what are your thoughts on forced volunteerism? For example, in America and certain nations are forcing high school students to volunteer just in order to complete the job.
Okay. It's basically we can think of that from one perspective. If we think of, let's think of the two perspectives I have in mind. From the first perspective, a lot of students won't volunteer if they don't have these programs. So they won't experience that, and by experience whatever volunteering experience they're having, by experiencing that, they might really like what they're doing and find maybe their mission or their careers in life. Maybe on the other side, forcing people to volunteer might not give the right expectations. Like, if you're forced to do something, you're not going to do it perfectly. You're not going to put all the attention and time needed for that project or for that task to be done. So we have to take that more thoroughly. For me, I would think that it's good to have a lot of opportunities for students or people to volunteer for their communities. Forcing that might be possible if there's a lot of opportunities, like for students to choose which experience they want to be in or which NGO they want to be in. For example, of that, maybe like just assign in hours, or like 20 hours per week or 20 hours per month for students to volunteer, and then give them a list of NGOs that they might be interested in. That way you might get the best of both worlds.
Okay, also from Diana, we are having, what qualities make a good needed volunteer in our current society?
Repeat.
Shall I okay, I will repeat. What qualities make a good needed volunteer in our current society?
Okay, so again, just be dedicated to the job that you're working on, be friendly, try having fun. That's it. It's like the qualities you need or the skills you need, you can learn them on the job. You just have to be positive. You just have to be like, to take initiative, get the job done.
Be passionate.
I don't know, be friendly.
Yes.
Sorry?
Have passion to the work in order to do volunteering.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Be a good team worker, be a good team leader. Try to understand the people you are working with, try to understand where they are coming from. So that's it. These are the qualities needed. You just have to be human-centered. You have to focus on the people around you and focus on the project you're working on. These are the qualities needed to be a good volunteer.
Guys, are there any more questions? If you want to ask, you can write on the chat box or open your microphones.
Okay, I just want to say, while if there are no other questions, that I know that these times are not like the optimal times for being a volunteer. I know that most of the work you would do is online. I know that we are spending most of our times on the internet for studying and for the courses we're having, but try like being on the internet for something other than yourself might be a bit more fulfilling in this situation. But I want to assure that you're not alone. We are all experiencing the hardships of this situation, and I really think that volunteering and giving some time for others, maybe seeing more people, even if on this small Zoom icon, will be helping you. Will be helping you going through this situation.
Also from Abdullah Baroudi, we are having a question. What is best kind of volunteering that a person should do? Also, can I do a specific volunteer without the required skills?
Okay, let's get more specific about that, Abdullah. I think you have an opportunity. I think you have a specific opportunity you want to ask about.
Abdullah,
there's
you
no.
can
I'll start
answer.
answering while he is typing. So there's no best kind of volunteering you can do. If you're just putting the time and effort again for whatever NGO you are interested in, just choose the NGO that you are interested in, or choose the community or society that you are interested in, and work with these people. There is no best kind of volunteering. Just if you have specific skills, like per se, as for me, I was like at Scouts, I told you like I knew how to build databases, and I used the skills to help my volunteering community. Um, is that kind of what you want to ask about the specific volunteering without the required skills?
Oh, he says yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's it. If you don't have any of these skills, like um, any of these skills, just join something that you have the skills for. Like per se, um, let's say a friend of mine is in the team working on the initiative that we're working on in Scout. He might not know how to build databases, but he would just ask me like, okay, Hamza, I'm interested in building databases. I want to know more about that. And I would go for like, okay, sure, you can help me. I might give him like small tasks where he can learn more about the subject without being responsible for it. So he will learn to do like to build databases without the prior knowledge that he needs. Again, being a volunteer or being in the volunteering community, people are friendly. They're not expecting much of you. So joining the whatever NGO you would like, you will start by the skills you have, and you will learn along the way.
From Noor, the same student, what do you think is the top 3
Love you,
reasons?
Noor.
What do you think is the top 3 reasons why people don't volunteer?
Okay, so one of the reasons is that they might think that it's time consuming. Um, they don't prioritize the issue, like being a volunteer. They might think that studying or doing whatever else would be more beneficial. But if you think of that, you will find that a lot of these people have spare time that they are spending on stuff that is not helping them in their careers. So sparing an hour or two per week for volunteering will not affect their overall like career. Another reason for not joining or not volunteering enough maybe is that people are scared. They think that they don't have the enough skills to be in the community, or they don't think that they are able to finish the tasks. But I would just say to those people that um, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to join an NGO or to be a volunteer. You will learn along the way. The skills you have are enough to do whatever job the volunteering asks you for. One other reason, I'm not sure.
Maybe just being lazy. That makes
Sorry?
you maybe just being lazy makes you not do volunteering, just like that.
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe
Okay.
that.
Okay. Also from Lina Mustafa, she says, I'm a first year college student and I'm studying molecular biology and genetics. I do not have skills or experience that allows me to volunteer in my own field yet. Plus, this pandemic does not help me to enhance my skills. What do you recommend me to do in order to have better skills in my own field?
Okay. For that, I'll tell you what my friend did. My friend is currently a nursing student, and he's in his second year. He doesn't have the enough skills to be a nurse or to help during this pandemic. So what he did is he applied for research, for helping a research scientist in the university that I'm in. And what he did is that he only sent emails. He only started getting data from the internet for the professor that he was working for. He didn't need the experience or to be like a molecular biologist. He just started helping the professor getting the data he needs for his research. You can do that. Check the professors in the university who is working on research and send them emails. Ask them for, like, you want to volunteer, you want to help them in their research. It will really help you. Plus, you will read more and you will get more informed in your field.
Ragad Al Ghali says, I always love to volunteer and I have experience, but I have not had the chance to do it here in Istanbul. So yes,
Okay.
just a comment.
Ragad, I hope that you find the right NGO for you. I recommend that you join a club if you club at university. If you don't find something outside, like most universities will have these volunteering experiences that you want.
Too, I want to add something in here. We in ISPA, we also have social responsibility committees. So even if you're not in the pharmacy faculty, you can follow us on the social media and see what we are doing in the under the umbrella of social responsibility. So you can join always. We always welcome you.
Great. Are there any more questions, guys? Okay. Majid Din Barakat says, as I read from students' experiences, some organizations like Isaac want sociable students, but in this situation, the shy students will not be able to discover or explain themselves. What should these shy people do?
Okay, again, I lagged, but I read.
I
read
felt
the
so.
question.
Okay. Yeah. Should I repeat it or?
No, I read it in the chat box.
Okay.
So Majuddin, just like at one point or another, you will have to face being shy. You will have to talk in front of people, and if you didn't put yourself in these situations, you might never learn how to do that. Like, I remember the first time I was public speaking. I was around, I don't know, 14 or 15 years old, also in Scouts, and I know I was terrified. The first 5 sentences that I said were all wrong. Like, not a single word was correct from these sentences. But after these like couple of minutes after the start, you just get more comfortable talking to people. What mostly shy people think of the worst case scenario that would happen during a meeting or during while expressing yeah, no, fake it till you make it. The first couple of minutes would be like the most terrifying, and what most shy people would do is that think of the worst case scenario that would happen during this talk or whatever. You might think that, okay, if I started talking, I wouldn't know what to say. I will be really stressed. Something terrible would happen. I don't know, like the building will fall apart. Just don't think of all of these. And once you start talking, I know it's terrifying, but once you start talking, it would really, like, everything will fade away and you will just feel yourself again. So I would recommend that you get yourself into these situations, if not like in like Isaac situations or people that you never met before. Try getting into more conversations with people you barely know, or you like acquaintances, friends of friends, these kind of people that you saw once or twice in your life, and just start a conversation with these people. You might feel a bit more comfortable with these guys. Don't I know that you would be comfortable with your friends, so practicing public speaking with your friends is not that beneficial. So try this bigger circle. get into conversations with them, and then once you've done that, maybe you'll be more courage. You would have more courage to get into like Isaac or other NGOs and speak to complete strangers.
Okay, from Diana, do you believe that volunteering will help you improve as a person first, or just that it helps in achieving the task needed from a volunteer?
No, exactly. You will improve as a person. It's just like the tasks you're doing will help your skills, but by the end of the day, all these skills you have, or all these tasks you have done, will help you as a person, as you would know how to do these stuff. You can do them again and again and better each and every day afterwards. And as a person on the other side, you will be a better person, for like you will be more sociable, you will be more comfortable talking to people, and also you will see the impact you have done on other people during your volunteering, and that will make you a better person. You will want to do better stuff or good stuff to people more and more. You will get addicted to making people happy.
Any more questions, guys? Okay, thank you. For students like me, Lina Mustafa says, for students like me who still don't know much about volunteering, where should we start?
Super.
Just like that, yes. If she's a pharmacy
just like
student, exactly, yes.
just really like see the club at the university, any club at university will really be welcoming you to join and
Yes, we
to
really have
volunteer
many
with them.
clubs in our university. You can benefit from it.
You can start from there. Like it's the most attainable place you can start volunteering in, and maybe you're like one of your friends will be in the club, or you will meet a lot of people there, and you will be more comfortable knowing that all of these are university students, and we are all going through like the university life together.
Okay, I think that these are the questions. I think there is no more. Okay, Dilara, would you like to?
I think Noor will have
Noor.
my question.
No, I think that's all. Dilara, would you like to tell the students to open their cameras if they would like to take a photo all together?
If you would like to take a photo, we can take a screenshot if you can open your cameras. But if you don't want to do it, it's all fine. You don't have to. And I want to thank you for Hamza for accepting our offer and doing this event with us.
Okay, Hamza, can you stop sharing your screen in order to see the
Yes,
other
sure.
cameras?
Thank you, Dilara, for having me, and the whole Isupa team.
Okay, some of them opened their cameras. Okay. Are there any more cameras?
If not, I'm going to take with what we have here.
Yes, just wait some seconds. Some are opening now. Okay, just let us take it, I think. That's
okay, all. I'm taking it in 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all done.
Oh, came.
Again. 1, 2, 3.
Come on, guys, don't be shy.
No more, I guess.